Want to know something crazy? Everyone who lives in this town lives in this building. We just turned onto Portage Glacier Highway. We're about 12 miles from Whittier, but the views are beautiful the entire way. We're about to drive through a mountain to get to Whittier. It's a highway railroad tunnel that just goes through this mountain. It's 2.5 miles long and it sometimes closes down due to bad weather. We got here about an hour ago, but they told us that we had to wait our turn in about an hour later, which is now, so that we could pass through because it's shared by trains and car traffic. So it opens up for people to go through one way, people to come back through the other way, and then also for the train to go through. So we're about to go through that anytime now.
It was really cool driving through the tunnel. It really feels unlike any other tunnel I've driven in. It's so narrow and it's so long. It took us 8 minutes to drive through the tunnel. Like, you can watch an entire YouTube video in that time. So it's a pretty interesting experience.
We're gonna go in and check out this building. It's called the Anchor Inn, and it has a ton of things just inside this one building. There's a gift store, there's a laundromat, there's a grocery store, a hotel, what else?
A museum.
A museum. It's pretty much everything is in this one building. Around town there's a bunch of little cafes, well, maybe not a bunch of little cafes, but like 4 different cafes, maybe 5. Not a whole lot of restaurants or anything like that. But yeah, we're gonna go in and see what this building is like. Well, that was an interesting little building. They don't have a whole lot for groceries. Like, I feel like I would have to leave this town in order to get all the food that I need. As for the prices didn't seem that bad.
Yeah, like we've seen a lot worse in bigger places. Like, I feel like this was better than Valdez prices.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So at least it's not highway robbery. But
yeah.
Selection, room for improvement.
Yeah, definitely. Prices, reasonable. Selection, unreasonable. Want to know something crazy? Everyone who lives in this town lives in this building. We went inside to take a look around and we saw this posting saying this town gets 250 inches of snow each year. It also has a post office, a cute little store, and a bunch of history about the town, which is really interesting. So we went walking around looking for food, and it seems like everything is closed. There's the Lazy Otter. I got a London Fog there, but they don't have any actual food. But like every other place that has food is closed or boarded up or whatever. I don't know if they're permanently closed or just closed for the season, but we really wanted to try this reindeer dog sandwich thing. It looked really good, but unfortunately I don't think we'll be able to try it this time. Also, the wind is making everything ultra cold. I'm freezing. My hands are cold, my nose is red. It's not fun. We ended up deciding to go back into the Lazy Otter and try something off their menu there. They have a few selections for food, and we decided to go with the salmon spread bagel, which turned out to be super delicious. And we got to enjoy it with a beautiful view of the marina. Well, I was pretty sad about most restaurants being closed, but now that I've tried the salmon bagel, I am kind of glad they were all closed because I would not have got to try out this really tasty treat.
Yeah, best bagel I've ever had. It was really, really delicious. Perfect.
Honestly, I was a little worried that I wouldn't like it. I love salmon. I really love salmon, but I just didn't know how I would like it as a spread. But yeah, it was really tasty. If you ever come here, you gotta go to the Lazy Otter and try out one of those bagels. Next, we're gonna walk down to the harbor and check out all the boats that are here, and we're gonna play the game that we always play when we go look at the boats. So we're gonna pick our favorite boat, the one that looks the most aesthetic, the one with the coolest name or funnest name, and the one that we would prefer to live in or have.
Yep.
So we're gonna head on down. We walked around on the docks for a while and walked down every alley, and there were a lot of different types of boats. We decided that Wanderlust had the best name, because it has to be, if you know me. We decided that these two were the most aesthetic of all, and this is the one that we would want to live on or own. We drove towards Emerald Cove Trail, but then we found out that it was insanely muddy, so we decided not to do it. But we got to enjoy this beautiful view at the end. Then we went and found a spot to park for the night and just had a relaxing evening. We are here at the trailhead for Portage Pass. It's a 7-ish kilometer trail, but we're not going to go the whole way. It's too cold and too windy out. It just wouldn't be fun to hike for that long, especially when the view from the top I feel is going to be even better. So we're going to go head out and do that. Hopefully we don't freeze too much, and we'll take you along to see all the views. But again, it's super windy out, so I am not going to record any talking outside. So, ready to go?
Let's get it. It's gonna be fun. I've done this hike before. It's beautiful. Something kind of cool. I was just on the phone with my dad last night, and he told me about when he was a kid up here. They took the train from Anchorage and came and hiked up to the pass here where we're going, and he ate his lunch up there. So it's kind of a cool connection.
We just finished our hike. It was absolutely beautiful up at the top, but it was really cold and really windy, and it was not fun. But the view was worth it. Overall, we've really enjoyed Whittier, and before we head off on our next adventure, we're gonna stop at the Lazy Otter and get ourselves some nice hot drinks for the journey ahead. I feel like I don't know, something crazy.